Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. It is March the 6th, 2020, 6:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Current price of BTC 91.34 on Binance. Okay, so in today's content, we're going to talk about the monthly chart. We're also going to talk about the basically a 3-month chart. We're going to take a look at the weekly time frame, and then at the same time take a look at the 3-day to the daily time frame, and then we're going to basically take a look at price action and see like if it's going to be able to break this area of 10.5, which is going to be a major resistance, at least for the short term. If we break this area of basically 10.5 level, we could be facing like a further move to the upside, but at least for the short term, we're just going to focus on the bearish momentum, and then basically take a look at the bullish momentum before the end of the video. Okay, so we're also going to take a look at the weekly 200 MA, which is just about like a roughly around like a mid 5500, and then last time we retested basically the weekly 200 MA was like a late 2018, right? When we bottom just about like a 3200 range, so just about this area. Okay, but we're going to talk about the weekly 200 EMA, weekly 200 MA, and at the same time talk about the daily 21 EMA, right? So let's dive into the monthly analysis, right? So let me see if the sound is good, at least for the short term, before we get it started. So that's a monthly time frame. We basically about to hit our resistance on the monthly basis. So area I'm looking for, at least for the short term, we talked about this in my premium member. I'm looking for basically the last 2 months close and open, which is just about like a mid to 9400 range to mid 9k area, which is our primary resistance we're looking for this month. Okay, secondary resistance, it is going to be just about 50% of that week, which is like just about like a 98 to 9900 range. So let's see if this is going to be able to retest one of these areas. I mean, at least, okay, if we retest 99 to 98 range, it'll be good for the bulls, but at the same time it'll be great for the bears to get a great average before end of the month, right? Because the trend is still bearish. So basically, the higher we go before the next month open, we're most likely going to see like a bears anticipating like a further move to the downside, and most of them, they're going to be trying to get a better average above like above a mid 9k area. So let me check the sound, at least for the short term, to see if you guys can hear before I dive into the 3-month time frame. So let's take a look at the 3-month time frame. The 3-month, we just have to check it basically on Bitstamp. All right, sound is good. Hey, what's up, Craig? So the 3-month time frame, I basically, guys, showed you on TradingView. By the way, if you're not following me on TradingView, make sure to follow me on TradingView, because I might be going live on TradingView. So in case like a YouTube basically keep blocking my channel, right? So as you guys may know, my channel was basically blocked the last 7 days. So that's one of the reasons you guys did not see any of my updates, right? But at least for the short term, I'm back. Everything is good, at least for the short term, so we can basically keep our updates going, right? So you can see like the monthly the 3-month chart, right? We got the same structure, and I said it, even though I'm bearish, I'm pretty much aware of like the bullishness of BTC on the macro, not the macro scale, but on the 3-month chart. You can see if we get this breakout like next month, I'm gonna be totally extremely bullish on BTC. But we gotta get the breakout. Okay, we gotta get this breakout and try to break like a 10.5. That's the level the bulls need to break, at least for the short term, to see like any bullish momentum to the upside. You can see like we got the same structure back in 2014 actually 2017 roughly. Okay, 2016, early 2017, that's when we get this breakout. So if we can get this breakout early 20 2020, it'll be extremely great. Okay, at least we could say like, oh, you know, it is a start of the bull market, and we could be breaking 20k area within the next few months. Okay, even before the halving, if like the momentum is strong enough, you know, we could even retest like a 20k before like a, you know, June or something like that, right? Late May, you know, late May, early July, stuff like that. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but when BTC start like going strongly to the upside, it doesn't basically go, you know, it doesn't take it slow. Basically, it's just gonna go very aggressively to the upside, right? And you take a look at it, another move to the upside to take us to 20k, it is nothing but 100% move. So BTC definitely can move like 100% in 2 months or stuff like that, right? So at least for the short term, that's what I see on a high degree. But at the same time, guys, we just got to be very careful, because if we break the upper level, I mean this trend line on the downside, like this trend line, like just about like a 3k area, we most likely going to be, you know, retesting the 200 MA on a weekly basis. Okay, but we're going to talk about the weekly basis. The 200 MA just about like a 5500 range. Okay, so let's move. Let's talk about the weekly time frame now. Hey, what's up, Clay? It's been a while, man. So let's dive into the weekly basis. So weekly basis, BTC is not looking bad, at least on a weekly basis, but we just gotta be able, the bears, okay, they gotta be able to keep the price just about you know, 50% of this body candle. I said it multiple times. If we want to keep up this bearish momentum, we just gotta be able not to basically break 95 to 96 area level. Okay, if we break this area and try to basically close, I don't think we're gonna close above 10k this week. So we could be just ranging like from 89 to 9100 up to 92 area till like a Sunday. But next week, if like BTC closes let's say we close above like a 10k next week, it'll be extremely bullish, at least for the short term. But as soon as we close above 10.5, I'm gonna be like a, you know, neutral to bullish. Okay, and looking for 12k area. But at least for the short term, my bias is like we're gonna be dropping further, right? This is just a correction, and we could be looking like for major support at just about like a 7100 range. That's the next major support we could be anticipating. As I said it right multiple times, 82 to 85 going to be a major support. When BTC was like a 10.5, we dropped 2,000 points. Okay, from like a, you know, from 10.5, right? So in our group, we basically started selling just about like a 10.3, you know, to 96, and then we took another, you know, selling pressure down. We took the selling pressure also down like from 96 to like just about like 86, 8700 range. So right now I'm just trying to get a better average to see like if BTC gonna be able to push back up to like a 95 area, up to 96. Okay, trading range for the next few days, I'm looking for like a 96 to 88 range. Okay, so if we're gonna be able to retest like a 96 area, that'll be extremely good for the bears. And you can see 96, it is basically a very important level. Okay, 96 to 95, very important level. I said it multiple times. Even when BTC when BTC like a push to the upside, like up to 14k, you guys can see, right, we dropped down like a, you know, just about this area of a mid to low 9k, and we could not break it. So we got a 40% push to the upside, but we could not basically keep the above 90k, above 9500 on a weekly basis. Okay, on a weekly basis. At the same time, we push above like a, you know, 9500 to 10.5, but you can see like we only stay in that area like a, you know, not more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? And then we got this selling pressure. So if we go back to that area, it is going to be a very important area for the bears, basically, to come from the bearishness, right? So, and on a monthly basis, at the same time, you can see it. All right, if I switch it back on the weekly basis, you can see that level. Okay, and the second level is like 50%, almost 50% of the you know, it's a little bit above this 50% of the weekly, the monthly rejection week. So it is going to be very important. This area of basically 95 area to like a 10k, going to be a very important area, at least for the short term. Not even 10.5 guys, not even 10.5, but if the bulls can stay in this area and stay comfortable, it's not going to be good. As soon as we start trading in this area, we gotta see like some massive selling pressure and some reversal by the candle, stuff like that. But we're gonna talk about it on the lower degree and see like if we can push to that area, at least for the short term, right? Coronavirus. Hey, what's up, Charles? Hey, Charles. Whenever Charles says he's bearish, don't listen to him. He's just trying to fool you. So he's when he's bullish, he's gonna say he's bearish. When he's bearish, he's gonna say he's bullish. So I remember you, Charles. So I know exactly your game, right? So because I remember you last year, just about this time, March, April, when I was calling for BC like up to just about this area, okay, and I was like, BC is extremely bullish, and you were still looking for 2500, right? That time I'm pretty sure you were bullish, you just didn't want to say it, right? But basically guys, going back to the weekly basis, very important areas. We just you know, a couple areas we just have to pay attention to, 95 and 10k areas. It is going to be a basically bad territory. If you're longing, I would basically wait for, you know, BC to break 10.5 at least for the short term to look for a long position. And I said it last time, do not long BTC above 10k, right? So but this time guys, we just gotta be able to long BTC above 10.5, right? Even though I'm bearish, okay, even though I'm bearish, but I'm still open like in like taking a long position this time above 10.5, right? But will not be taking a long position, you know, just about like a 99 and to 10.5 area. That's going to be a very dangerous area, okay? But above 10.5 going to be a great area to look for a long position and put a stop loss very tight at the same time, right? Because we're still in a bear market, right? Somebody want to talk about EOS, Anim. Hey, what's up, Anim? Hey guys, by the way, make sure to follow me on TradingView. If you haven't been following me on TradingView, I'm gonna start going live on TradingView. As you know, YouTube is tripping regarding, you know, these crypto contents. So make sure basically to follow me on TradingView and also follow me on Twitch. I'm gonna put a link in the description for some live stream. I've been going live on Twitch, so most of you guys must not be aware of it, but I've been going live on Twitch, okay? So make sure to follow me on Twitch and TradingView for some live update. Also follow me on Twitter for some instant, you know, basically price action update, okay? Market going to be very volatile. So we got to be ready for some crazy numbers for BTC, either BTC to retest 20k if we break, you know, certain key areas, or at least for the short term to retest our major support of 7100, and then after that we're going to be looking for mid 5k area. And I've been calling for this mid 5k area since basically since August. So let's see if we're going to be able to retest the mid 5k area, okay? So talking about the weekly time frame at the same time in terms of Elliott wave, we're just gonna basically talk about the structure we've been anticipating since like basically August also, right? So we've been anticipating this move, at least for the short term. We're looking for BC to retest, give us another Y correction down on the macro scale, and then look for basically 50% to 0.618 pullback from swing low to swing high. You can see a 50% pullback, 0.618 actually, okay? 0.618 going to be exactly guys by the you know, just about the 200 MA on the weekly basis. So it is going to be incredible. So we got nice confluence, guys. You see guys, we called for the 6500, okay? That was live. We called for 6500. We also called for the 7200 when BC was like 10k guys, 10.9. That's when we started calling for like a BC down. BC could be dropping all the way down to like a 72 basically. That was actually right there, okay? Late August we called for this BC drop down to you know, 72 to 74, and then we pushed back up to like a 10.5. We called for this 6500 range. Now we got another pump to like a 10.5. We're calling for this like a 5500 range, okay? But we're not gonna drop down to 55 within the next few days. I don't think so, okay? The bull's still strong enough to keep buying, so I don't see us dropping down to like a 55 to 57 area anytime soon, okay? But we could, okay? We could, you never know. But I don't expect it like next week, okay? I don't expect it the week after, probably like you know, sometime like early, you know, it could be early April, okay? Because April gonna be very volatile, right? and we could be retesting this area. But you know, I'm horrible with time frame, so do not base your buying your timing based on what I just say, okay? But I'm just anticipating a retest of this 200 you know, weekly average, and then before moving to the upside and retest some higher numbers, right? So Ether is making a reversal pattern on the 4 hour. We're going to talk about Ether, okay? So let's move on to the daily time frame. So before we talk about the daily time frame, let's focus on the, you know, basically the 3 day basically 3 day chart, okay? So on the 3 day chart, what I'm looking for, at least for the short term, it is pretty it is pretty simple, okay? So somebody mentioned it in my Discord channel, right? Our premium trading group. By the way, if you want to be an active trader, make sure to join our premium member for daily analysis, price action, you know, candles pattern, Elliott wave, you know, scalping, alt, Ethereum, XRP, EOS, and all of them, okay? We talk about all of those good stuff, right? So you can see regarding the golden cross, you know, before we talk about the 3 day, let's dive into the daily first, okay? So you can see the daily. I just want to show you the golden cross, right? So somebody mentioned it. I don't pay attention to the golden cross most of the time, but you can see somebody mentioned it in our premium member when we got this golden cross back in 2015. Basically got this nice pump to the upside. We got the golden cross, everybody turns bullish, right? So most moon boys turn bullish, right? And then basically what happened next, right? You can see we drop almost like over 40%, right? And then got this got this bearish crossover. Everybody thought like basically going to be dropping down to like, you know, $1, and then we went all the way up to 20K. So it is very important. But why you should not be trading basically crypto, or like paying attention to crypto on a daily basis? If you're looking for the long term, you know, pay attention to your 3 day chart, right? If you paid attention to your 3 day chart back then, you wouldn't be too bullish, okay? After that golden cross, you would just wait for the 3 day golden cross. That's very important, okay? So even though we pumped to the upside, you can see like we got the golden cross right here, right on the daily, and then we drop back down like almost 40%, right? Let me just show you. You can see that we drop over like almost 40% drop. But if you just paid attention to the you know, 3 day chart, you wouldn't do anything. You just would be buying the dip, okay? You wouldn't be, you know, you wouldn't worry too much. So if you take a look at it on the on our current golden cross, it seems like we're getting the same structure, okay? It seems like most people have been talking about this golden cross. I wasn't even talking about this golden cross, right? So you can see like if you are bullish based on this golden cross, I was basically shorting BTC right at this golden cross, right? So we were shorting BTC when we were getting golden cross. So you know, you were long in BTC because of this golden cross. So you got to be very, very careful, all right? Very careful. But if you take a look at it on the 3 day chart, you can see like we got, you know, we already got the golden cross again, right? We got this golden cross. Everybody been talking about this golden cross, and you can see like BTC drop you know, massively, okay? So but that, you know, at the same time, you could be like, you know, we already got the 3 day golden cross, why not basically go to the moon, right? But at the same time, let's just be very, very cautious. Even though we got the golden cross on the 3 day chart, we're going to talk about it on the daily also. We basically printing a bearish setup, and I've talked about it multiple times, right? So we got this clean head and shoulder, okay? We got this clean head and shoulder, and this head and shoulder, guys, listen carefully. This head and shoulder is very, very important, okay? Most people are going to be panicking, right, within the next few days, right? So if you like fractals, okay, you see the move we got right here, right? The move we're about to make, it is right there. Can you see it, guys? Can you see this move coming up, right? So that's the same exact move we most likely going to be making, and I'm basically looking forward for this move. So it's going to be very choppy on the lower degree. I'm going to show you why it could be very choppy right on the lower degree. So, and I said it multiple times also, if you've been following this channel, you gotta be careful with head and shoulder, okay? Why you gotta be careful with head and shoulders? Because they don't play out. If you don't understand like Elliott wave, they might not be playing out like the way you anticipated it. What I mean by that, okay? So let's say you got your 5-way structure move to the upside. You drop back down, you know, what do you expect when you drop back down to your wave number 4, right? That's 1, 2, 3, that's 4, and that's your 5th wave, right? You drop down and find support, you know, just about this area of wave number 4. You push back up. When you push back up, most of the time, you know, most people are going to be anticipating what? Going to be anticipating a head and shoulder. So you already got a clean head and shoulder, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to say, okay, we're going to get this 1-to-1 extension. That's just basic, right? Textbook. So, but I said multiple times, whenever you get this head and shoulder, be careful. Why you need to be careful? Most of you guys already know, because it could give you a flat correction right there, right? So before dropping right there. So you're going to get this flat. If you understand Elliott wave, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about regarding flat correction, right? So, but does it change anything about your structure? No, it's not changing anything. You still got this head and shoulder. Head and shoulder just say like you got a top and you got a top, right? It doesn't say double top or double top, right? So that's why it is very, very important. I'm going to show you on the lower degree what I'm saying, right? So in order to see this move, let's dive into the daily again. Okay, in order to see it, that's what I'm telling you right there. Okay, so, and I talked about it back then, back in like roughly like August, late August. And I showed you, I'm going to show you another example, right? And that's what we got back in August. We got this head and shoulder, right? It is a clean head and shoulder, right? But what happened next? We got this flat, right? And I said, if you go back and check any of my videos back in late August, especially August 28th, right? And I was calling for the 72 to 7400 range. So we basically got it, right? You can see we got this head and shoulder, right, on the daily. And I'm going to show you again right there, right? Actually, that's the example I use basically to describe like we're going to be making this move, right? So basically BC gave you, you know, the same exact head and shoulder, right? This right shoulder a little bit bigger, and then you're going to be expecting BC basically to drop down. No, BC did not drop down. It made another basically 3-way move correction. All right, so let's be very, very cautious within the next few days, right? And anticipate like a BC basically to this right shoulder could push a little bit higher. Like I'm saying, we could retest mid 9K, and then we're going to drop back down. Okay, we could drop down like to a low 80 to low 8K, and then get this move back up to like you know, 92 to 9400 range. It all depends on volatility. Get this flat correction, and then it's going to be very bearish. Okay, it's going to be very, very extremely bearish, and we could be looking for this 1-to-1 extension down afterward. Okay, this 1-to-1 extension down going to take us exactly, guys, at where I'm going to switch it back to the weekly so you can see what I'm telling you. All right, it's going to take you where? It's going to take you exactly at 5,700, which is just about the 200 weekly moving average. So it is playing out perfectly. You got to be able to basically back test it, look at the chart, and then be able to anticipate these moves. But you're not going to see it on the 4-hour time frame. You're not going to see it on the daily time frame. If you just focus on price action, yes, I focus on price action. I focus on like a scalping. I focus on like a candles. I focus on moving average. I focused on a lot of stuff, but the macro scale always in favor. Okay, always in favor. Okay, regardless how bearish or how bullish I am, I'm always going to favor what the macro level going to tell me until it is invalidated. And I just showed you at what price level we're going to invalidate our bearishness. It is going to be above 10.5. Okay, if we push above 10.5, I'm going to be neutral to bullish. And if we break basically 12K, I'm going to be extremely bullish. And I would not see any sign of reversal until we get one. Okay, until we get one. So we're going to talk about Ether, guys. I just wanted to focus on BTC. It is very, very important. Back in August, guys, I made a basically almost a 1 hour live stream telling you guys why we could be dropping down to like a low, low 7,200 and possibly retest like a mid 6,500 range. Okay, and we did exactly that. All right, we did exactly that. So what I'm telling you right now, you might not see it. I'm not telling you it's gonna happen, right? It is just market analysis, right? It could completely go wrong, right? But these waves analysis, they don't play. Okay, your Fibonacci retracement, everybody uses it, right? So they don't play neither, right? So don't play with it. 0.618 most likely on the log scale. If you use a log scale, it is just about 5,700. But if you use your regular, your moon boy scale, it is the same price level, but it is going to be like at 0.786, just about like a 5400. So we just got to pay attention to basically low 5k to mid 5k area in terms of bearishness. We already talked about the bullishness. We got to break 12k, and then we're going to go to the moon after that, right? At least for the short term. So we're going to talk about Ether. Ether, it all depends how BTC is going to be performing. So but Ether, if like we break basically a 289, I said it multiple times, I'm going to show you, if we break 289, we basically are going to be very, very bullish for Ether, right? So BTC, you take a look at it, we back above the 200-day moving average. That's good, but yeah, I really cannot basically call for a bull market based on the daily, okay? Based on the daily, daily analysis, I cannot say like we're in a bull market based on the 200-day moving average. As you can see, I was extremely bearish when BTC basically give us a 40% pump. The rest of the market was calling for a bull run, and I told you guys that's the biggest fake out. That's the biggest fake out of all time, right? And I said it right there also, you know, that's you know, we most likely going to be dropping down to 82 to 8500 range, which is a very strong support. If you've been watching, you know, my channel over the last at least over the last 3 to 4 weeks, I've been saying like 82 to 85, strong support. One of the reasons our group basically took a short from like a 10.3 to 96 to basically 86 area range, okay? So the highest we go, the better it is going to be, at least for the short term, for the bears, right? But daily 200 EMA basically supporting the price. At the same time, you can see like the weekly 21 EMA, it is basically resisting the price, okay? At the same time, your 2-day 21 EMA, it is also resisting the price, which is quite not easy for BTC to break, okay? It's not going to be easy, okay, for BTC to break this 2-day 21 EMA. If we jump above it, great, okay? Next area, we already know it, 50% of this area, which is just about mid 95, okay, which is what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for BTC to pump to like a 95 to 96 area, 95 to 9600 area, right? But don't be like extremely bullish, like, because if we drop down, most people are going to turn bearish. Let's say we drop back down to like a 8900 range, most people are going to be calling for 7100, right? And BTC could do this, give us our 3-way move, right, on the 2-day chart, give us this 3-way move, and then drop down, make a new lower low, give us this corrective structure, what I was showing you on a daily basis, and then basically capitulate down to like a mid mid 7k down to like a mid 5k area. All right, so hopefully everything is clear, guys. You know, and most of you guys looking for you know, some high volatility within the within the next few days. It is going to be very volatile, at least within the next within the next few days, right? So be extremely cautious. So let's dive into the lower degree, and we're going to take a look at the 3-day MACD again, right? I forgot to mention the 3-day MACD. So 3-day MACD, we talked about it. As soon as we got the crossover, we said like, guys, it's not going to look good at all, okay? If you back test it, you can see like, you know, the 3-day MACD, it is something like I do not like to mess with. Since even like back in 20k, you can see clearly, you know, whenever we get these crossovers, you can see like we tend to like a drop, we tend to drop all the way down and make another, you know, basically a bullish divergence, right? So we got this bullish divergence, we got that bullish divergence, and I said it like 3 to 4 weeks ago, and I said it like, you know, what I'm looking for, at least for the short term, I'm looking for the 3-day MACD to give us another bullish divergence, or at least the 5-day chart give us a bullish divergence, right? At least for the short term, that's what I'm looking for. The weekly MACD could be losing its bullishness, but it got some time, okay? It could give us another 2 weeks before we lose this before we lose this bullishness, at least for the short term. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to the weekly MACD, because it's going to take some time before we get the crossover. I would just focus on the 2-day and 3-day chart until like we get more bearishness, and then we're going to take a look at the weekly MACD. All right, we're going to take a look at the weekly MACD. So, and we got some sort of divergence, like for some reason you can see like your 21 EMA on the 3-day chart, BC is moving above the 21 EMA, but if you move down, your basically 2-day chart is basically squeezing the price. So it is just telling you like high volatility. It is about to occur, right? High volatility. It is about to occur. So be ready for some high volatility. So let's dive into the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, as you can see, we are struggling above the 4-hour 100 EMA. So we're about to get a bullish crossover. So let's see if this bullish crossover gonna come from basically our bullishness for the, at least for the short term, up to like a mid 9K before any selling pressure. If not, we could just retrace from this area, because we already retested the left shoulder, the top of the left shoulder, and I said it multiple times, guys. When BC was down here, we got a probability of retesting this level of the left shoulder. Similarly, what we said at the top right there, that same thing we talk about even before we got it, right? I told you guys when BC dropped right there, and I was like, be careful, okay? So because we can retest like this left shoulder, we did that exactly. We dropped back down. Most people were looking for the short, and I was like, be careful, okay? Just give it some time, because we can still, okay, get this flat correction. We did get that flat correction, right? That's the same thing I was just showing you on the daily, all right? That's the same thing I was just showing you on the daily. You got this right shoulder, left shoulder, you got your head, okay? You're thinking like you got your basically inverse, not inverse, but you got your head and shoulder. Nope, it's gonna tell you I'm gonna try to retest your right shoulder top, okay? Sometimes it failed, right, to retest it. Sometimes it's just gonna make a double top, right? So let's just keep that in mind, at least for the short term. Even on the just about this area, most people are going to anticipate this head and shoulder also. You guys love head and shoulder right there. So just a 1-to-1 extension going to take you all the way down to where? Just about like a 8K area, okay? Just about 8K, right? So gotta keep that in mind, guys. So on a low degree, we're not looking bad. We just need to break this area. If not, it's going to be very bearish. So let's take a look at the hourly. So hourly MACD, we triple tapping. I hate this. You guys know I hate the W type of shape. It's kind of like a flat correction. Okay, it's gonna be very bullish, right, like this, and then most of the time it needs to just double bottom before pushing to the upside. So, but if like you get a flat correction and you get a W, ended up getting W, that's not good, at least for the short term, right? So as you can see, I was looking for a short opportunity at the top right there, right? But BC got the breakout, so we basically we took the long position, and then now we're looking for BC to basically break this area of 91 to 9200 range, right? So this morning, we basically said, okay, we let's take a look at it. We got this. We anticipated this flat. Okay, we said, okay, this is a flat. What are we looking for now? We're looking for BC to push to the upside, right? But BC did not push to the upside. Even though we were looking for it, yes, we got it, okay? It pushed to the upside, bear step in, and basically dropped the price, right? So we said, as long as we started dropping, I updated my guys, and I was like, we're going to be dropping down to the low 9K. Okay, so let's look for the low 9K and look for the bigger flat, right? But at the same time, I don't like this move still. Okay, this move is still bearish, and you can see it like clearly, it is a W. Okay, it is a W, and most of the time your flat correction, not always, okay, but in order to get a W, you're going to start with a what? With an N, right? You're always going to start with this type of structure, which is a flat. And then if price can just get a 45-degree angle and push to the upside, that'll be extremely great. But if price want to do this, it's going to end up giving you a W, right? Which is not good at all. Okay, this is it's going to create like a very, very boring weekend, at least for the short term, right? This just because we got this W pattern, at a 90 to 100 range. So, but at the same time, if we get the rejection, it is okay, all right? Because the max I'm anticipating this month, it is like a 96. If it goes to 10K, great. But the max I'm anticipating like for the month of March, it is like mid 9K. So if we retest 90 to 100, it is great. The low is like a 72. So a short from like a 92 to 72, that's a 2000 point, right? Just like the drop we got from like a 10.5 to 8500 range. Most people did not anticipate it. So you can see like we could be making the same exact structure again, and dropping down like from this area of 92 to 96 all the way down to a 72 to a 7K area. So hey guys, make sure to hit the likes. If you enjoy the content, make sure to join our basically a public Telegram group. So if you want to get more of this type of analysis, make sure to join our Discord channel. You get this detailed analysis on a daily basis. Also, we discuss about like a pattern, short opportunities, scalp opportunities. We talk about alt, we talk about Ethereum, EOS, Ripple XRP, you name it, Cardano, XLM, and all of those good stuff, right? So it's not just about BTC. Sometimes like when we get some good opportunities with alt, we tend to take it, and then especially when we're looking for BTC dominance basically to drop. So alt most likely is going to be pumping, but at least for the short term, I don't see alt pumping very aggressively. I see like a BTC dominance going high. Okay, I see BTC dominance going higher. So we're not looking good on the hourly basis, all right, for BTC. Let's take a look at the our RSI. Yep, RSI not looking that bad. So that's a 45 minutes RSI, which means like we could, okay, if we can get the reset on the 45 minutes RSI. One of the reasons why I don't like the RSI, especially 45 minutes looking like this, sometimes it's just gonna give you a nasty drop, guys. So we just have to be very careful in this area, all right? Even though I'm temporarily bullish up to mid 9K, I wouldn't be fighting for 200, 400 points with BTC. I'd rather let it have it, and then if it goes like to 96, you take the short, right? But I wouldn't be fighting for 200 to 400 points, right? I'd rather look for the 2,000 point, 1,000 point drop, stuff like that. Yes, if you're scalping, great, okay? You can take those small moves, but I wouldn't be fighting for, okay? I would not be fighting for 200 points drop for BTC, because it's very dangerous with the with this W shape, right? I did not expect to get this W shape, but I was expecting it to do this and move sideways for the rest of the weekend and then pump, right? But this move, it is not looking good, at least for the short term. It is very slow, very choppy, too much noise, low volume. You can see like the volume. Let's go on Bitstamp, Binance actually. All right. So you can see it like on the hourly basis. You can see the volume, price is increasing, volume is decreasing. That's not something like you would love to see, right? So that's not something you would love to see. If you're a trend line trader, you would be saying, okay, we got this move, so most likely scenario is at least to retest this area of 9K. That's why I gave my guys like a warning this morning when when I saw this double V-shaped pattern. I was like, this V-shape gonna give us an N, and if this N wants to give us a W, we're gonna have to do this. And that's it. So that's not good at all, guys. We're getting basically try to get a bullish crossover on the hourly, but with a basically strong resistance. It could fail very bad. Okay, it could fail very bad, right? So let's see if we can retest at least the low 9K. See how low 9K gonna be holding within the next few hours, at least for the short term, right? So pay attention to the low 9K area. So hey guys, make sure to hit the likes. Make sure to basically join our basically public Telegram group, and at the same time make sure to basically follow me on TradingView for some daily analysis and market update, right? So somebody's asking about Ether. Let's dive into Ether, and then before we talk about any other basically price action. Okay, Ether is looking good, right? So Ether is looking good. Ether, our target is like a 247, and as you can see, so as you can see, Ether, as long as we retested this area of a 230 range, we basically took a long position just about 233 to basically 231, right? And then it hit like just about like a 240, 239, 240. We said like let's close 50% of the position and let the rest go, okay? Because Ether could, I was anticipating Ether could try to retest again like the low 230. So just to be sure, you take 50% of your position, take 50% of your profit, and let the rest go. So our target is just about like a, you know, mid 240, like let's say 247 range, okay? To 245 to 247 range. So we could be definitely okay, look for even higher than look higher than like a 247, right? But it is going to be very dangerous. BC is looking to retrace down, so we could anticipate like a, at least for the short term, Ether could be retracing also down, right? So at least for the short term, that's what I see for Ether. So let's see if like we're gonna hit 240, 247, but it really doesn't matter already because we already hit 245, right? That's pretty close. No need to be basically no need to be greedy, okay? So let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame for it. So 4-hour time frame still not looking bad, because if you take a look at it on the 4-hour basis, on the 4-hour, the resistance is not even like a 247. Resistance is just about like a 260 for Ether, right? So let's keep that in mind. One of the reasons we also take a look at it on the we took a basically we're looking for this area of 247 was like this area of resistance, all right? This on the hourly basis, but on the 4-hour base, on the 4-hour time frame, resistance is almost like a 263, right? 263, and at the same time 50% pullback from a swing low to swing high. You can see like just about 50% pullback. It is just about 250, so just about like 248, 247. So we got a nice area of confluence, and at the same time we're starting to get like some bearish divergence on Ether. So let's just be very cautious on Ether, right? So and look for basically a possible reversal up to 257, okay, which is 0.618. So let's take a look at Ether on a monthly basis, because Ether, in order for me to be very bullish on Ether, we gotta break like 289 on a monthly basis in order for me to stay bullish on Ether. So to be bullish on Ether, right? So Ether on a monthly basis, we're looking for this line, okay, this yellow line. That's what we're looking for Ether to break, like not exactly that yellow line, but if like we, on a monthly basis, we can close just about like a April high, which was like a 289 to 296 range, we're gonna be very bullish, okay, at least for the short term. So on a monthly basis, Ether is still bullish, but we got to be able to break this area, okay? On the lower degree, we're not looking great, right? Because if this is going to get rejected at mid 9K, most likely Ether going to be rejected. And like I said, all right, you can see Ether is already retesting 50% of this body candle, just like we were anticipating BC to retest like 50% of it, not the body candle, but the wick, okay? Ether already retested like a 50% of this week, and sometimes it can go like to 75% of this week, which is just about like a 264 on the on the monthly basis, without even looking at the daily analysis, 4-hour analysis. You can see everything on the monthly basis, okay? So similarly to BTC, we're looking for mid 9K to basically 10K resistance. So Ether, similarly, we're going to be looking for resistance up to like a 264, okay? If we break 264, we're just gonna have to take a look at it. We're just gonna have to take a look at it again and see and see if Ether can basically break above 289 before end of the month, and then we could be looking for higher prices after that, right? But not looking bad on the monthly basis. Okay, it's not looking bad at all. It's not looking bad at all. So let's dive into basically XRP. So XRP is basically struggling to break the monthly 21 EMA. So we need to close for XRP. We got to close above 32 cents on the monthly basis. Until we close above 32 cents on the monthly basis, I don't see like XRP basically going any higher than 32 cents. All right, so and we got a nice beautiful wedge on the monthly basis. Also, it really doesn't matter, you can find it on the weekly also, but on the monthly basis it looks clean. All right, on a monthly basis it looks very clean. Like we got a nice you guys moon boys love falling wedge, so most people are going to be bullish on XRP like this. But let's see in terms of moving averages, we got to be able to break this yellow moving average, which is a 21 EMA on a monthly time frame. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for, at least for the short term. I've been saying it since like September. XRP needs to close above 32 cents. We could not do it since like September. It's over like 5 months. Okay, so it's over 5 months. We're still struggling to close above 32 cents on a monthly basis. But if like we get this push to the upside, it could move. It could move very fast after we break this area and try to retest like 80 cents to like just about this area of 80 cents, which is going to be our first target. But before talking about 82 cents, let's look to the downside first. Okay, if we assuming like XRP is basically screen is locked. Let's do this. So let's say since we're looking for like a further move to the downside, let's first try to find support just about 13 to 15 cents again, which is also at the same time, if you take a look at it, at the same time it is just about this area, okay, which is like back in like August 2017 lows. We could retest it, which is still in this trend line, but it's going to take some time to retest. It could be like a July 2020 before based on this trend line, it could be like by July or something like that before we basically retest it, right? But it really doesn't matter. XRP can just drop all the way down within the next few weeks, drop all the way down and retest like a 13 cents and stuff like that. But if you're looking to buy your XRP at like a $20, $30, $50, I think like 24 cents is very cheap. There's no need to be greedy waiting for 13 cents unless you're trading, okay? But I would not be basically just selling XRP because of like I'm looking for 13 cents, right? It doesn't worth it, okay? It does not worth it, because if like let's say BC breaks the upper level trend line on a 3-month time frame, XRP gonna break this area, okay? It is gonna break it, and it's gonna move much faster than BTC. So I really don't think, okay, it worth selling XRP just to buy it back at 13 cents. Best thing to do is just like keep buying. It's not financial advice, but if you did not do it since September, it might be too late to do it if you're expecting XRP to reverse at 13 to 15 cents, right, in that range, or before, okay, or before. Like I said, do not short XRP under 20 cents, and you can see like from 20 cents we pump all the way up to what, 32 cents. So I would not be basically selling in this area, okay, even though I'm bearish. Best thing to do is just accumulate, right? Best thing to do is just accumulate. Let me do this first. Right, so let's dive into the lower degree, the daily time frame for XRP. XRP is not looking as great as the rest of the crypto on a daily basis. On the daily basis, its head and shoulder is already printing beautifully, as you can see, that's why I just want to be very careful with BTC. At the same time, you know, you got this head and shoulder, you know, you already got the head and shoulder. We got this head and shoulder. We set it for XRP, you know, looking very, very bearish. And BTC was pumping higher back then, right? When BTC was pumping like from just about 93 to like a 10K, XRP could not even pump like a 5%, stuff like that. Okay, it pumped like from just about 20, roughly from 25 to like a 27, something like that. Okay, so that wasn't that, it wasn't that much at all. So BTC is pumping from like almost like 84 to 92. You can see XRP is just moving sideways, cannot break this area of resistance. So, and we about to get on the daily basis, we about to get a bearish crossover. 21 about to cross basically 21 EMA, about to cross the 100 EMA. So that's going to be very, very explosive, at least for the short term. So we just gotta be very, very careful with XRP. All right, so, and XRP really respect the 21 EMA and the 100 EMA. If you back test it, you can see like it's been respecting it. Okay, it's been respecting it. When you get the crossover, when price is very close to the crossover, you tend to get a very aggressive move. Okay, very aggressive move, another aggressive move right there, another aggressive move. So we could get, guys, another aggressive move from XRP. Right now we're anticipating, I was looking for like a 24, I mean not 24, but like a 26 to 27, but I'm gonna update basically my XRP target, just because like this bearish crossover could play out, and then could basically give bulls a very, very tough time. All right, so, but if we get the breakout to the upside, it's going to be very strong also, because we can get like this fake out, this you know, contracting EMAs. We can get it like you know, we can get a nice expansion from the 21 EMA moving out to the upside, and then basically get price action, try to retest like 30 cents or so on, right? But at least for the short term, I would be I'm gonna start like I'm gonna start basically looking for the bearish momentum more than the bullish momentum, at least for the short term for XRP. Let's dive into the 12 hour and see how we're looking. So 12 hours, ooh, you could argue, okay, 12 hours is not looking bad. You gotta give it some time, but at the same time, guys, we still got some major resistance for XRP. Just about this area, 21 EMA, 12 hour. Let's take a look at it on the 4 hour also. The 4 hour time frame also, you know, XRP could be facing some big challenges within the next few days, guys. If we do not break this 25 to 26 cents, we could be facing some big challenges within the next few hours, few days. All right, so let's keep that in mind. In terms of wave analysis, we already we discussed it on the you know, in my premium group. We said XRP, we already got a WXY correction. We got our basically W, we got X, and then this is a Y correction. Okay, it could push higher. I was expecting the Y correction to retest this area of resistance, but it seems like, okay, it is looking very weak. Okay, and we could basically face some you know, another sell off to the downside. Okay, which could you know, basically lead also BTC to drop lower to you know, mid to low 8K areas. All right, so this guy say talk about EOS. All right, so so that's it for XRP. So XRP resistance already, guys, you already know it, 25 to basically 25 to 26 area range. All right, for XRP. So we're gonna talk about our last coin, EOS, before we call it a day. So EOS, basically resistance we are looking for. I don't have any target for EOS, but I was just looking for this area for 3.9. If we can get this area of 3.9, that's going to be our basically major resistance we have to pay attention to, at least for the short term. Let's take a look at it on Binance. EOS on Binance. So EOS and EOS, you can see it, guys. It is giving us what? It is giving us a W top formation, right? XRP is bearish, right? EOS is bearish. Only Ethereum is breaking out. So you know, EOS we already hit 3.9 almost, okay, just about like a 3.86. So with a W top formation, so that's not, it is not good at all. Okay, it is not something like you know, the bulls want to see on the lower degree. Okay, but let's dive into the higher time frame. The higher time frame, it seems like we can still try to retest the 21 EMA on the daily, which is just about 3.9. That's what we just said. Okay, we retested like a 3.85, something like that, right? 3.84, 3.85, something like that, right? So max I'm anticipating for EOS, it is going to be like a 3.9 before we get a possible rejection. And this rejection, we got a very strong support just about this area of $3.42, right? So we could be looking for a possible like a 0.618 to a 0.786 pullback if we get the rejection from like a 3.9. all right? So I would be looking for this 50%, which is like a 3.5. 0.618 going to be just about a, let's do this to be accurate. So 359, and then that's 50% pullback, and then 0.618 going to be 352. So if we get the rejection from 393 range, all right, if we get the rejection. So hey, what's up, Monique? Hey, what's up, Jeff? So let's dive into NEO. So NEO is still like moving within this channel, so it's not looking bad, right? But we got to be able to close above the 21 EMA. You can see like it is the same structure as roughly, not like EOS, but it is making a beautiful channel in this area. So but we got to be able to close above this 21 EMA. So NEO doesn't care about CME, so BC can be moving sideways and NEO can pump to the upside. But at the same time, guys, we got to be careful, right? Because if you take a look at your left, you know, all the alt guys, most alt, they printing this bearish setup. Okay, they printing this bearish setup. And if I'm expecting BC to drop down to like a 50 low 5k area, I don't think like NEO can break any you know, go back to like you know, $40-50 stuff like that. Okay, so at least for the short term, if you're gonna be looking for this head and shoulder, that's not gonna look good at all for NEO. So if BC gonna be dropping down to mid 5k, we could see like a NEO dropping all the way down roughly around like this area of support, which is $7, and after that we could be looking for $5. But let's just be cautious, right? I don't want to be too bearish, because like I said, if BC basically breaks break 10.5 to 12k area, NEO also going to be looking very bullish, and we got a trend line we're gonna have to deal with. And if we break this trend line, right, just about like a $14 range, we could be looking for NEO to retest. That's a bullish setup. Okay, we could be looking for NEO to retest like a $40 range. That's the next area of resistance. $40 to just about like a just about 36. Okay, $35 to $42 range. That's the next area of resistance. But we got to be able to avoid this head and shoulder on a lower degree. Otherwise we just gonna have to get this basically a descending triangle pattern formation, and then look for, you know, some lower numbers after that, right? So what happened to our poor Enigma? So let's take a look at ENG. So and ENG is still moving in this channel. So let's see, it is still a support. So it's not like a ENG basically selling off. It is just acting like a, you know, any other crypto, right? So most of them drop back down to support. So if we break this area of support, guys, it is going to be a no, at least for the short term for ENG. But we could be getting a breakout very soon. If BC give us a breakout to the upside, most of these alt, they're going to be breaking out at the same time, right? You can see like at the same time, you can see we got a wick in this area, but pumped back up. We retested it twice, and then basically got rejected by this trend line. So let's see, the volume is pretty heavy. we got this big selling pressure. It might have been the day we got that bad news, and then basically we just got this massive sell-off. Okay, but we're respecting the trend line. Okay, even though it has a bad news, it had a bad news, it basically respected the trend line. Okay, it respected the trend line. But if we break this area for like 2 to 3 days, guys, it could look very bad for basically for ENG before it you know try to turn things around. Okay, it could take forever before basically getting another bullish pattern somewhere around here. Okay, could drop very low. I'm not saying it's going to zero, it is just for illustration, right? So but at least for the short term, it is holding very strong at a support area. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. So guys, make sure to follow me on TradingView for some live updates, for some video updates, guys. It's not going to be just charting. It's going to be just like what we're doing right now on YouTube. We're going to be going live, and I'm going to be sending out some live updates or some video updates, stuff like that on TradingView. If basically YouTube going to be tripping within the next few days or stuff like that, instead of me sending my updates on YouTube, video updates, I'm just going to send it on using basically TradingView. So make sure to join our public Telegram group in order to receive those updates. Make sure to join our public Telegram group. So if I do an update, I'm just going to send a link to the public Telegram group so you guys can basically watch it. Okay, if I'm going live on Twitch, I'm going to send you the link to the Twitch. Make sure to follow me also on Twitch. If I'm going live on basically on TradingView, I'm still going to send you the link. But most importantly, make sure to follow me on basically TradingView and Twitch. Okay, so YouTube is acting very crazy, so I don't know why they basically blocking most crypto YouTubers, right? So hey, what's up, Jude? Hey guys, I forgot to mention one thing. Ethereum BTC was not looking bad at all. So let's see how Ethereum BTC is going to be acting. So Ethereum BTC, you can see that's the 3-day chart. That's really good. So let's say Ethereum BTC, we had a massive resistance, and you guys remember I said it, right? When Ether was just about this area, okay, it was looking very bullish back then, right? That's when we actually took the short, long position, like just about early like just about like a February, okay, first week of February, when we first or second week of February, when Ether was like a 190, something like that, right? You can see Ether, we said what? We said a 0.025 going to be a major resistance for Ether when Ether was like 0.0, roughly around like a 0.021, something like that. Okay, so we pushed it upside. We did not respect the resistance of a 0.025, and we pumped to a 0.028. Now we're coming back down to retest it. So if we break this area, guys, we just have to possibly look for some very low Ether prices versus BTC. So, and basically 50% pullback going to be just about like another, it is going to be another 15% drop. Okay, but if we break this area of 0.026, we already know Ether could be retesting, going 20% up versus BTC, which is like 0.035. That's a lot. Okay, 0.035 BTC, that's another 20% move versus BTC. So if BTC goes up like 10%, Ether gonna go up like almost 30 to 35% at least, right? So we gotta keep that in mind. But we're not looking bad, at least for the short term. We got a nice support on the daily 21 EMA, so, and a very engulfing candle. So let's see. All right, let's see if BTC can hold just about above 9K, so Ether can do some damages just about this area versus BTC. All right, so but we gotta break this area because we're getting a descending triangle, so we definitely do not want to play with this descending triangle. Like I said, okay, 50% pullback or 0.618, we can definitely retest it if we get this descending triangle, right, which is just about like a 0.02, which is just about 0.02, right? So we're just gonna have to monitor basically Ether very carefully, and at the same time monitor BTC, and which is exactly at 0.618. So we got a nice confluence, like if we break this area, Ether could basically face some lower numbers, especially versus a dollar. It could drop below like a $200. So it has to hold strong versus BTC. Otherwise, the drop versus a dollar could be much faster. Okay, it could drop much faster. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for watching. Also, right.